Okay, so the moment you've all been waiting for. What are the 5 things you need to do when setting up your CRM so it's actually useful to you? And what are the... In this video, we'll cover how you can convert more prospects into customers by tracking the right data. And the only tool you'll need is your CRM. This video is aimed at startup founders in their early stages and sales reps considering working for a startup as one of their first sales hires. If that's not you, feel free to tag along, just managing expectations. Most early stage startups struggle with understanding what's working and what isn't when managing their opportunities. Conversion rates are low in general, and nailing down the price point is a struggle. Some prospects are saying shut up and take my money, while others find your prices outrageous. Is it bad targeting? Weak messaging? Is the feature set not compelling enough? You'll never know unless you know what to track. While there's no shortage of tools out there promising you can win more deals faster in exchange for spending a shiny penny, let's focus on getting the most out of the one tool every company needs to be successful: your CRM. Whether you're still figuring out product market fit or scaling a direct sales team, you have to maintain control over your opportunities and know what's working and what isn't. By the end of this video, you'll know how to choose the right CRM for your startup, what impact you want it to have on your business, and how to set it up so you get that impact. Oh, and if you already have a CRM in place, feel free to skip ahead to the setup section. Let's do this. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and this system contains all your customer interactions with the goal of enabling you to run and grow your business. Without it, you just won't know what's working and what isn't. Because of this, closing deals becomes a stressful process, and you have no way of predicting how much revenue you can expect in any given period. When you have one in place and set up correctly, it will enable you to reach product market fit faster, close deals with confidence, and then easily pull in the data you need to secure funding rounds with better terms and enable your future VP of sales to hit the ground running. There are tons of CRMs out there, with Salesforce leading the industry at 23% market share, but Salesforce licenses aren't cheap, and we haven't even considered the fact that without a Salesforce admin on your payroll, also not cheap, it'll hold you back more than it helps. For this reason, it's not the right choice for most startups. There is one exception where Salesforce should be your go-to CRM, but let's see how you should evaluate the right one for you first. In a previous video, I called out 6 requirements by which you should evaluate your company tech stack, and here I've adapted it to the CRM specifically. It has to be easy to use, robust, portable, flexible, decentralized, and it has to align with your offering. What do I mean by these? Easy to use, self-explanatory. Sales reps already dread updating the CRM. If you want them to capture the data that you desperately need to validate your direct sales strategy, this is table stakes. It has to be robust for it to scale with your business. When I say robust, I mean both in terms of available features, so it can do most of the things you need it to as a standalone tool, and integrate nicely with third-party tools that will elevate your sales game down the line. The last thing you want is to have to migrate CRMs just because it doesn't play nicely with the future tech stack, or suffer having data silos and not having a single source of truth. Speaking of migrations, there may come a day where you need the CRM to bend to your will rather than having to use workarounds, and Salesforce can do it all. So you want the data to be portable. As long as you can export the data in a structured way, usually in Excel or CSV, with some way to keep linked attributes like contacts to accounts, ops to accounts, and contacts to ops, you should be good. Then it needs to be flexible, both in terms of features like we just mentioned, but you also need flexibility of seat types so you can have a budget-friendly way to scale. Your managers might need enterprise licenses, sales reps pro licenses, and product teams who just need visibility into deals may be fine with basic licenses. Now, despite having a robust tool that can do it all, you want to keep your systems decentralized to avoid a single point of failure. I recommend using purpose-built tools where it makes sense and integrating them into your CRM. This way, if one system goes down, you're still able to get work done. Lastly, you need to align your tool of choice with your offering. For example, if you're building a productivity tool for sales reps at enterprise companies, you might want to use Salesforce from the get-go because living the workflow of your buyers will help with product development. This is also why I ended up choosing HubSpot over Pipedrive and others like it, because my target group, being early stage startups, will most of the time use HubSpot to begin with. To find the best fit for you, go check out CRMs on G2 Crowd. Most SMB-sized companies tend to use HubSpot, Pipedrive, Close.io, Freshsales, Keep, Zoho, or Salesforce. Okay, so the moment you've all been waiting for. What are the 5 things you need to do when setting up your CRM so it's actually useful to you? And what are the properties you need to add? It all starts with how your customers buy, and you'll want to take 2 approaches. First, you take an outside-in approach and visualize how you want the customer experience to look like from that first marketing touch all the way through customer success growing the account after the first sale. Ideally, make it frictionless. Then review how your past customers bought to validate whether this is realistic. Once you have a good idea, you go back through and call out how you want this customer lifecycle to work internally from a data flow perspective. For example, do you have a website that you need info from? Do you have invoices that need CRM info? This is also where you pull in what sort of data from the sales/customer perspective you want to track. Also, how are your sales reps going to track their commissions? Your CRM needs to be able to cover every point of the customer lifecycle so your customer-facing teams have and collect the data you need. You can make this easy by syncing the tech stack and using automations to pull in all customer-facing activity into a single place. Use lead and account enrichment where possible to cut down on manual work, and optionally make resources like sales assets available in a single place. If you made it this far, you're already 80% of the way there. Now it's time to make all this data easy to navigate. The last thing you want is for reps to waste time looking for where to input information, let's say when they're updating an opportunity. Best if the info needed at any stage is highlighted or sorted on the top of the screen. HubSpot's Sales Hub Pro plan and Salesforce Lightning let you do this easily. Now, when inputting data, the thing you want to keep in mind throughout is to standardize any property you want to make searchable. Whether that's a drop-down, multi-select, single select, it will save you a ton of headaches when trying to make sense of the data. Lastly, with the data now in place, it's time to put it to good use so we can close with confidence and forecast accurately. Namely, we want to find out what's working, what isn't, which deals are going to close, and what pipeline changes happened week over week. This is near impossible without tracking conversions. A conversion is any time a customer takes an action down the sales funnel all the way from lead to signing a contract and beyond. For that, you need to put what's called snapshot fields in place. A snapshot field is an automated timestamp of when an event occurred, and you want to have one at place at every key conversion point. And now that you have a good overview, let's see what are all the properties you need to add under accounts, contacts, and opportunities. Don't worry, we're not going to go through it one by one. Instead, I encourage you to pause this video and take a screenshot. I'll wait. Huge shout out to Lily and Sarah for helping me revisit the list, by the way. If you enjoyed this video and are hungry for more, you'll love this next one right here. Don't forget to like and subscribe first, and then see you there.